Monday. We are the Guardians. I'm Dennis, here with Hubert, here with Marcus. You know who we are. You know why we're here. We ain't happy.
Let's
What's
get
the
it over with.
opposite of Victory Monday?
The cannon going back to Houston Monday is
Let's
where
talk
we're
about
at
that
now.
for a second, real quick.
Hold
the
on.
cannon has never been a goal differential thing. I don't know why it's traveling. It's happened both ways before. It's never been a goal differential thing. It's always been a results thing. And if you tied the games that season, it just stayed where it was. I don't care that much. I'm okay with it being goal differential, but it's never been a thing. I don't know when that got decided.
I mean, that being said, we were planning on fixing it. So the fact that it's not here anymore saves us
it's a bit of a bummer.
We'll call that.
Because Houston's not even allowed to fire it, right?
Yep.
That's a fact.
That is correct. I mean, I don't know why we're allowed to fire it, but that's fine too.
I don't know why I'm making fun of Houston for being in a downtown area that won't let you fire a cannon, but I am.
You're not down with downtown Frisco? Stop it. Listen, this was not a good one, and I'm gonna quote my man up here, Anthony Soprano over here, when he sat down when he took Jackie Jr. to dinner. I'm gonna say some bad words, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Give us a few minutes first.
Yeah. Our listening time is 15 minutes, so let's not curse in the first 15 minutes.
All right. I'm gonna be watching this counter at minute 15. I'm going off.
Yeah. But the weather didn't keep anyone away. I want to give a big shout out to the brave souls that came out in ponchos and umbrellas, and big shout out to Matt, the chef. 90 pounds of crawfish. To be honest, if we were a Louisiana team, that would probably be undercounting. But since we're a North Texas team, that may have been too much.
Yeah, this crawfish.
They don't suck the head here.
Oh, I mean, I was not only sucking the head, I was doing tequila shots out of the head, but that was just me.
So do most wives, but that's fine. We love them anyway.
We're not even 2 minutes in.
No curse words. What do you mean? No curse words?
That's fair.
I think
just innuendo.
I think we might have to make the crawfish boil regular for when Houston comes to town.
That's a great idea, as long as it's financially feasible, right?
No, that's why we need you to donate to us.
Yes.
Boom.
Unfortunately, jersey sales have closed on the long sleeve jersey, so those should be ordered this week. And turnaround is 4 to 6. If it's the same as, let's hope for 4, but 4 to 6 on turnaround for that. So everybody who ordered, those will be ready for tailgate pickup here as soon as we know. We'll let you know. But tailgate was awesome as always. I want to shout out to the security guards as well that came through. Had a great time. Like I said, turnout was better than I thought. We took the tents down. The wind was terrible, but again, it was a great party. Lots of food.
Hey, people embraced the rain when it blew in. That was good. There was just a handful of people that said, "Screw it, let's embrace it," and then everybody just kind of.
Yeah, it wasn't bad though. The wind was bad. It rained for 20 solid minutes, and I think we were good.
Yeah, we hit a nice thin spot in the storms. It was lucky. Loved it.
Also, I want to shout out to the gringos that couldn't handle spice. It's fine.
Oh yeah, I did hear a lot of people complaining about the Cajun spice.
Salt and pepper is not a seasoning. Just so we're clear about that. That's basic. Just so we're clear.
I'll be honest with you. The first one got me. After that, I was good. After that,
yeah.
Once my mouth numbed out a little bit, I was good from there. The first one hit me a little bit, but Matt definitely put his foot into everything that was out there today. That's this weekend. Today, I'm shot. But Matt put his foot into everything as he does every week. So if you haven't been to a DBG tailgate, get your ass out to one soon. And then the game started.
Yes, 45-minute delay, and probably should have been 2-hour delay with the way they were playing.
They could have delayed it until next week. I don't think it would have made a difference.
Yeah, how you want to break this game down? How you want to approach it?
I don't even want to talk about it. Peace out. See you guys next week.
Fair enough. I will say this is one of the few times I came down from my perch to be in the stands, and maybe that was a bad idea. Did
you come down to like the 63rd minute by chance? Is that what happened?
No, I came down at halftime, so that was the problem.
You know what? In my opinion, that second half was a lot worse than the first. So maybe there's something there. I don't know. I don't buy into this, but
No, it's crazy. And I didn't know Paz wasn't playing for a minute because I was just like,
it was last minute, right?
Yes, and then when he hit top bin, I'm like, okay, I see the difference now. The goalkeeper, usually goalkeepers are tall and lanky, right? Most of them. Jimmy's not that, but Jimmy has good feet. This kid, I'm realizing, he might be a little suspect on both of these. So,
I think he got a little flat-footed on that first one, especially kind of going the other way, flat-footed, and then just couldn't get across.
Listen, you can't take away Jack McGlynn's ability on that, man.
Hey, look, at the end of the day, the biggest issue here is you let Jack McGlynn have an open shot with his left foot.
Yep. That was and if you watch the replay of that, Kaique is kind of shouting it out right beforehand too. Kaique's out of position, but he sees it and he's calling for. I couldn't tell who was up on the top of the screen.
It was Julio.
It was Julio. He was calling for Julio to get over, and it was just too late by the time they realized where he was. It was already top bin, and I don't know what happened to Paz. Supposedly illness. I don't know if he had a bad hot dog at the Stars game during the week or something, or
too much excitement.
I don't know what happened there. I don't think Colodi looked terrible though. I am a little bit of a Colodi fan, but I don't think he looked terrible in this. I think he was a little bit outgunned, but
is it the Italian surname? Is that what
it is? Exactly what it is.
Yeah, I thought Colodi was fine. Could more have been done in that first goal, especially. I'd say yeah. And I think I would have liked him to hold on to one or two more, but I would have the same complaint about Paz on the holding on to the ball sometimes.
But let's talk about what happened in front of him too. Especially on that second goal.
Well, we know the 6 is a problem. We don't have a bastard. We don't have someone. We need a Gresso. We need a
there's no one there to cut someone like McGlynn down.
Yeah, we need that. There are too many people. Siki's not that guy.
Who would have been that guy? There was a guy who played here last year. I think his name was Yara something, and I think he might have been the guy to be able to do that.
Yeah, I maybe
the former. You mean the former Champions League winner?
Yeah, that guy.
Former world class, like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's currently not playing, which is boggling my mind that he's still available right now.
I think that Kaique is gonna hopefully find that balance because you remember he came out and he was just going hard into players early and everything. I think he'll find that balance. I think he's just not sure how hard he needs to go in yet. But at the same time, I should not be relying on an 18-year-old for that.
That's the thing.
I don't care how good he is. I should be relying on an 18-year-old for that.
Yep. Once again, the back line did not look great. I don't know what the answer is here anymore. Ibiaga's not the guy, and this is where I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here. Not only was I disappointed by Ibiaga's performance, I was really disappointed by the way he left the field. He walked into the tunnel, head down, refused to look up at the supporters, refused to look up at the stands.
Fast too.
Yeah, real fast. He was out of there, didn't stick around for anything. I don't even know if he did. I don't know if he shook hands with anybody or anything else. He was out of there quick, fast, and frankly, I was really upset with that. And I something's got to give back there, though.
Well, let's talk about that goal. Shaq Moore loses his footing. I don't know if they got tangled. To me, it looked like he just lost his footing in the chase and fell, which, obviously didn't help because Ibby had to try to cover two guys, one guy with the ball, one without. And then he way overbit on one of the moves and got beat real easy.
Which isn't shocking at all.
Yeah, I can't totally blame Ibby, but at the same time, that was a pretty hard bite he took. And then, we know that Griffin can do it, so.
And Griffin actually got the credit with the assist on McGlynn's goal too, even though I don't even know that was assist worthy, but here we are.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I'm looking at this game a lot worse just because it's a derby, which I guess isn't the wrong thing to do, right? It's a derby at home against a team who, face it, usually sucks at your home.
And a team coming off a short week. They had a Wednesday night game. We didn't. And they looked like they were the team that had a week off, and we looked like
and they played a good team on the week.
Yep.
Came off, in the first half, I think it looked like we had a goal in us, but man, that faltered real quick after halftime. We had a couple of chances that we should have put away. I'm sure you guys have watched the highlight reels and stuff now. God, there was some really weird moments of why can't we even get that on goal?
None worse. I just replay the banger, like goal of the week territory.
No, absolutely. And by the way, McGlynn had the goal of the week for me at the Open Cup with like a similar shot. So
yeah, I will say there's some frustration now that the last kick of the game was a goal opportunity.
The Abubakar one, or
you had two people back there and they shanked it.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, it wasn't the one that landed at Abubakar's feet. It just kind of didn't get touched. I don't remember which one.
It's the last kick of the game, right before the whistle blew.
Oh, cross
past everybody, two offensive players on the back post, and just hit him on the shin. And
look, there's no sugarcoating this, right? This has been a historically bad performance from this team at home this season. 3 shots on target this weekend, 4 for 18 in home points. They got 4 of a potential 18 home points, and they have had 4 goals in 6 home matches.
Yikes.
It's not good. And I don't know what the answer is here. It's bad tactics, it's bad performance, it's bad management. It is up and down, and there is zero accountability from what I've seen too. And I don't know if you guys watched Quill's press conference.
I did not have the heart.
I did, and it was a far cry from him breaking down in tears after the Chicago game. This was very much we did some good things and we did some bad things and we did some things poorly and we could have done things better. And it was very much like somebody pointed out, I think it was somebody in the Third Degree Discord pointed out that it sounded very much like a college coach. Like, we went out there and we gave it a try and it didn't happen for us. And you know what? That is, all right, we're 11 minutes in. That's fucking bullshit, and I don't want to hear it, okay? That's not what I want to hear in a derby game. That's not what I want to hear when we lose 2-0 to Houston at home in a game where we give up the trophy. It's unacceptable. It is absolutely unacceptable. If this were a European league, Quill would be on his ass already.
It's hard for me to
no, he wouldn't.
It's hard for me to understand what the issue is, though. I understand that we've gotten lucky on some of the away wins, but winning away is hard in this league, and I'm trying to figure out what the difference is at home, if it's an intensity thing or not. I have trouble believing that it's the atmosphere at home, because that stadium's still been pretty loud, even with a half-empty stadium. So I don't know, or is it
another sellout? 26 sellouts in a row,
scrimmage or something? I don't know. It's wild, and it's even more frustrating if it's happening at home. If we had this record away and it was flipped, and
I think we'd all feel a lot better.
At home, I would feel a lot better, but it's the frustration of I don't get to see my team win.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And by the way, the Dynamo now have as many wins in our stadium as we do this year, right? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
In MLS.
It was Farrington who missed it. If Bubakar would have probably banged that in. That's crazy. So I will say this. I'm going to go on the anti-MLS route right here. The fact that my man Greg Vanney at Los Angeles Galaxy got an extension, having started the worst. Nowhere in the world is that acceptable, other than a league where there are no consequences. Mm-hmm. You can suck all year. You can be like, "Oh, Ricky Puig is out. We'll do it again next year." Right? That's the attitude you can't have in the rest of the world. He would have been fired halfway through this. But anyways, so yeah. So having rewatched the 6 minutes highlight while Hubert was talking, yeah, so I'm getting some really bad annoyances now with this team. Okay, so I'm not going to curse because someone has to be the mature person.
It's not going to be me this week.
What the fuck is going on with Lucho and his fucking? He's annoying me. He's doing some Zlatan things where he's getting frustrating with his teammates. Stop running, putting his hands up, and I'm like, here's the thing: as much as we're going to be annoyed with Messi doing what he did, putting his hand accidentally going around the coach's neck. People were making it seem like it was intentional. It wasn't. Him yelling at referees. Messi is still Messi at the end of the day, right? He has a track record. He can do whatever the fuck he wants as long as he doesn't murder someone in his basement. Lucho is not.
And even then, Miami might let that go.
Facts.
They love Dexter. Let's go.
Yeah, they might actually say it was like Luis Suarez.
Sorry, derailing you.
Suarez might take a bullet for that one.
Yeah, Suarez might just leave his teeth marks just to make it go. Yeah, I'm seeing here that's annoying me. Musa came off at halftime. I don't know if that was minutes restriction.
It was absolutely minutes restriction.
Yeah, you think so? He wasn't limping. He wasn't limping or anything. They just said that at 60 he was done. Farrington, we love him. He's not a like for like switch with Musa at all in any particular way. Julio is better off running inwards. Him centrally, not a great idea. And we need to kill this back three bullshit.
Yep.
Right, because I love Oz, but I'm finding its flaw. Him out left by himself, not a great idea. Right, him centrally by himself when he can attack in the middle, that works. Him by himself on either wing, left or right, not great. So we need to get Farfan back into shape, so we don't have to do this shit again.
The problem with that with Oz too is he's also better at getting forward than, not that he's great out left, getting wide and getting up, but he's also better at getting forward than any of the other two options at center back too.
Yes, Nelson, love him, but he's,
Nolan.
Yeah, Nolan.
It's all right. We've all made. Well, me and Marcus have made that mistake.
Nolan. This is making me want to see what Tomasa is doing. Like, do you have a contract? I'm pretty sure he's on a championship team at this point, but either way, he's the guy I would definitely go look to see if I can go call him back. So we're finding the holes now. Now that being said, somehow we're winning on the road, so I don't understand what's going on at home.
No explanation.
None whatsoever. So, and it's not so irreparable. 1 or 2 summer signings will fix this bad boy.
Yeah, so, that is the frustrating thing. Is it does feel like 1 or 2 right moves and the team will be fixed. I mean, where would you bring players in?
Well, we need a center back. We need a proper center back. We need a 6. We need a veteran 6. I don't care if he's 30. We just need Romero's not it.
I don't care if he's 34.
Facts. Romero is not. He's good, right? He's positionally aware, which a lot of young players are not going to be. But he doesn't have the speed or the like Iamendi last year. He would be out of pocket, but he would know to foul you because he was out of pocket.
Give me Ramiro as a piece, not as the guy. I'm happy
exactly.
with
that. Ramiro was supposed to be coming in as the bench guy to fill in at 6, fill in at an 8 when you want to get more defensively, fill in at right back when Shaq needs to come off or gets called up to the national team. He's supposed to be the plug and play fill in guy, not the 90-minute starter.
Yeah, and I think once once Leggett comes back, that will solve an issue because we need some midfield play. Paxton is looking. I mean, he's looking like Paxton. That's the only upside, right? He's still got the engine. To be honest, he's a veteran with very low miles. He's like a nice car, right? He's a 2008
garage
like 40,000 miles.
No. Yeah, exactly. He's that Buick that your grandma drove.
Yeah. Still runs, purrs like a Butte. Went to the repair shop, all the oil changes.
We had to replace the tires a couple times, but
that was about it.
I would say the shocks are a better euphemism, but yeah.
Fair. Yeah, true.
Ruin my analogy. I'm going home again.
Yeah, you already are home. But yeah, so Pax looks good. Good touch. Once he learns the players, I think once him and Musa and Lucho get on the same page, Siki's still to me the best option as the high 8 because
the energy he brings, man.
He's the only one. If you watch the body of everybody else when they capture the ball, except for Musa and Lucho, their immediate instinct is to face back towards their own goal and pass backwards. His immediate instinct is just to turn his entire body, always, no matter what the instinct is.
I want to point out, I just looked it up. I think Emma Tuamasi is a free agent.
Oh, we need to go find that guy. 80,000 a year, or I think. Not 80. Well, we were paying him almost 400 last year, so we'd probably have to pay at least 250 to get him back here, if not more. So it would have to be a contract thing.
I mean, that's a role player, though. Let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's one of them things where like we need a center back. We need a 27, 28-year-old center back. Tafari is being benched. Why not send them back? Speaking of transfer windows, we at some point.
Oh my God! You got to talk about the special transfer.
The Miami window.
Yes, the fact that they're opening it early for next year ahead of the World Cup.
U.S. soccer has no balls.
Only for teams playing in the Club World Cup.
Holy cow!
No, I'm talking about next year for the actual World Cup.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Club World Cup window that's happening this year.
I don't give a fuck about that. Like the Club World Cup, I'm going to pretend that shit doesn't
happen. No. MLS added a special roster window for teams playing in the Club World Cup where they are allowed to make signings during this special window, and those for the purposes of the Club World Cup, but those signings can also play in MLS games.
It's almost like there's other solutions for schedule congestion that they're willing to apply for one and not the other tournament. I don't know.
It's the Miami Miami window.
God damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna save the MLS bashing for the UPS or the USL the UPS episode. Either
technically, it's part of it.
Anyways, guys, to be honest, we're bantering here because it was a sad game and there's really nothing positive we can come up with other than Paxton looking good.
I think Paxton coming in, like he looks like once he gets his 90 minutes, we'll be doing some work. I thought Musa looked okay. Some of the rust was coming off, and I think we definitely saw more opportunities as a result of having Musa on the field. And I don't know what it is, but Pedrinho and Lucho seem to have the best chemistry together. I don't understand where that's from, but it's there. I have enjoyed that chemistry between them. And I do have to give a positive for Lucho is his first cut and beating defenders worked more this game than it had in the past.
Here's the thing, and that frustrates me. Why do all the flopping when you have the capability of just going around the guy?
Dude,
I'm just like, what the?
He's on his back jukes, so much. Why?
Yeah. But his jukes were coming off this game more than before. And he even had a couple of opportunities come across because of it. They didn't go in, but some of the magic was at least starting to happen. I don't know if that's something to hold on to, but Lucho gets a second yellow, or not a second yellow, whatever the number is.
Yeah, consecutive yellow.
Yeah, consecutive yellows, and he's going to miss the next game against Seattle. Curious to see what the team looks like without him, because I do think part of this team's problem is the construction of it, right? I clearly
about the stadium construction for a second there.
Oh, no, sorry. Is the roster construction. And, I think the biggest problem with Lucho is that Quill hasn't been able to figure out how to put him in a system, right? So let's see what happens in Seattle. I'm very curious.
Well, you got guys out around him that are all like, oh, well, Lucho is there, so I might as well get him the ball. And it's like, okay, well, you're getting paid to do a job too. Don't just put it back to the middle.
I will say, thankfully, I feel like we're starting to see a little bit less of just pass it to Lucho. Thank God.
Yeah, and I think that's that's also a sign that Moose is out there and getting better. I mean, as far as positives go, that Anderson Julio shot from way downtown, Mike, one of the 3 shots on goal.
A great awareness.
Oh.
And by the way, their keeper did a great job.
Yeah, no, that was all keeper. I mean, if it wasn't for that incredible save, that would have been a magical goal that we'd be watching back 10 years.
We might be
now,
talking
right?
about a different game. Who knows? I
right.
don't know.
I mean, that was the Kenny Cooper goal, right? That was the Kenny Cooper Texas Derby goal, right? That was it.
Goals change games. But I don't know. Derbies are special, and this is our derby, right? We don't take any game more seriously than we take this one. And maybe we dissect it more or less, but at the same time, I feel like the derby in the past, you threw everything else out the window. You didn't know how the game was going to go. This is the first derby in a long time that felt just like the rest of the season for me, and that was a bummer.
Yeah, it was just not a good performance, and I think the attitude from these players as they were coming off the pitch too was really concerning for me. There was a lot of like, hey, rah, and Quill did it too. Hey, rah, rah, rah. And it's like, you know what? I don't want to see you clapping after a performance like that. I know that, mentally it's like thanking us for, making noise and bringing the energy or whatever else, but I don't want to see you walking off the field clapping when you just lost 2-0 to our opponent, our most hated opponent at home. I don't want to see you clapping and smiling.
Well, thank God Paul wasn't there to watch you say and do the things you did.
Yeah, he
would have got another message
on social media.
I know.
Yeah.
We got another Twitter message from Paul, and you know what? And I'm gonna cut him a little bit of slack because he didn't have any minutes in this game. But another guy whose attitude I really didn't like coming off the field, Patrickson Delgado, walking off the field, he was kind of like. Yeah. There were fans chirping at him a little bit, because not directly at him, but they were chirping at everybody coming off the field. And he started chirping back a little bit, and that really got me upset a little bit because I get it wasn't his fault. He wasn't out there. He had nothing to do with it. But don't start chirping back at the fans, man.
Nah, and to be fair, he hasn't contributed enough this season to chirp.
Right. Yeah. It's not like you were left out and you could have done better. It's not like you're the guy that would have came in here and won this game for us. I don't even know where he really fits in this lineup, honestly.
Well, shoot, at this point, I think we're just ranting and raving. You want to move on to the beer break and looking forward at this point?
Let's get drunk.
Fair enough.
I can't. I got to go teach a medical class after this.
All right, beer break it is. What are we drinking? Special FC Dallas Shiner cans this week. You guys went inside and were part of that party. What was that like? I was outside with our other party.
I mean, it was just a photo op, really. I mean, they just lined us up with cans and beers and took a photo, which was cool. It was cool to get to see it. The can looks pretty sick. The box looks cool. It's got like these Jaguars on either side flanking it. You can go in the stadium and see it. I'm sure the team will put out some images of that and everything. Well, they have. Can design super cool. It's not a special new beer or anything like that. It's called Orale FC, which is the same as their Orale beer, which is just like a Mexican style beer, right? It's pretty typical. I will say I think I like it more than most of the other Mexican style beers. I think I like about it is that it's brewed with agave, which I'm a big sucker for agave. So I enjoyed it. I don't have much to say about it. And honestly, I don't want to plug it much more because at the end of the day, we're sponsored by Community, and I'd rather be drinking Community beer most days.
I would too. I mean, but unfortunately, Community is not available in the stadium. So this was a cool option inside the stadium. And I'm actually hoping the all-you-can-eat Shiner gets replaced, or maybe the Bud Light at least gets replaced with.
That'd be nice.
With this, I love a good lager, love a good Mexican lager, especially in the summertime, hot outside, easy drinking. I am getting old, so I like my easy drinking beers, which is why my go-to Community beer is usually the Texas Lager there too, because I like a nice easy beer
good,
that
easy
I
to
can
drink,
especially in the summertime when it's hot out.
I don't know, man. For me, it's that honey citrus blonde that they do that we get at the tailgate. That
man, they need to keep that one coming. I can put those down with the best of them, and those are good.
Or if
too.
they give us more of that strawberry shortcake blonde again,
see, that's where we differ. I'm not a huge fan. Again, with the strawberry, I feel like it's it's like a one or two, and I'm done with that. I need something lighter.
Oh, so you're talking about drinking a few? Got it.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah, no. I mean, honestly, my favorite Community beer is the what's the other sweet one they have? The funnel cake ale. Funnel cake ale is my
Have you
favorite.
had it when they do it in shop with like powdered sugar rim?
Yep.
I don't know why this is the rim, but it is.
Yeah. The powdered sugar rim. The what do we got? Oh yeah, we got some Nadas. I think I got a couple in my garage still.
If I wasn't having my first cup of coffee right now, I'd be drinking another. So.
Oh, we got the ASMR sound effects of opening the can too.
Yeah, way better than my mic.
Yeah, I absolutely appreciate that.
There you go.
Nada for work, for when you want to drink during the workday.
Yeah. For this is going to be our sponsor until we get a real one. So yeah, guys, check out Community. As far as the FC Dallas Shiner, we should be able to post some of those pictures here in a little bit. Actually, I think it'll be the thumbnail for this episode. Actually. So I realize that drives traffic, guys. I'm learning YouTube as we go along here. So yeah,
thumbnails, catchy titles, big bold faces. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. So
here we go. I'm going to give you the face. Are you ready?
Yeah.
There you go. That's it. Just screen cap that.
Yeah. Yeah, just pointing at the team like this team sucks. But anyways,
angry New Yorker yelling.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to be up until 2 a.m. So this is about all I can manage.
Yeah, do what you got to do, boo.
So
all right. Well, we got double match week coming up Wednesday night.
God, I hope. Oh God,
the boys
I can't handle 2 more games this week.
The boys are in New Jersey at what's it called now? Sports Illustrated Stadium. I didn't even know Sports Illustrated was still around, let alone how they have money to sponsor naming rights of a stadium.
I'm with the post game show people. It's hard for me to not call it Red Bull Arena.
Yeah,
it's such a quintessential stadium now.
Which I don't arena
doesn't make sense to me because it's like Red Bull is still buying teams, so it's not like they're out of business. I think they got a Brazilian team. They just bought they and Louis V bought Paris FC, and they're going to make that the next big thing. So,
well, I think that the stadium naming, it was more like the stadium never had a sponsor, right? So it was just Red Bull Arena.
Yeah,
it was like it was Cowboy Stadium until AT&T rolled in.
Yeah, it wasn't Red Bull, the brand sponsored arena. It was just Red Bull, the team that plays their arena. And now that there is another team that plays there too, because the Gotham play there too in the NWSL. They play in that same arena. So
I don't know that for a fact. I just thought that's what it was.
Is that no? I'm pretty sure it was, guys. It was sponsored. The name was popped up everywhere. Logo. Is this the kind of like they do in Germany, where it's like it's RB Leipzig? No, it's not Red Bull. It's just RB.
I thought Red Bull outright owned that stadium. Am I wrong about that?
The city of Harrison paid for it, and a lot of it was paid for with Newark dollars. But
sorry, let me say, own the stadium in quotes.
Oh yeah.
They have a long-term lease, like most.
Got it. Okay.
I was gonna say part of that stadium build project was financed with money that went to rebuild or build Prudential Center where the Devils play, which is like 10 minutes up the road. It was all part of this Newark Harrison revitalization project that went on.
Gotcha.
One of these days, after the future USL episode, we need to do a stadium ripoff episode about how. Yeah, it'll probably tie into the whole Division 1 of USL. USL is going to come up. Is like a lot of this. Oh, we need 15,000 seat stadiums. I'm like, there's not enough millionaires that are willing to drop that much money. So what you're basically asking is for cities to get raked over the coals.
Yeah, and that's how American sports work.
American sports, baby.
Taxpayers footing the bill for billionaires. Come on, that's what we do here in this country. That's a whole other podcast.
It's crazy that I'd rather talk about this than the FC Dallas game coming up.
All right, so upcoming games, we're gonna. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna be negative Nancy here. We're gonna get our ass handed to us by the Red Bulls.
I don't know. How have Red Bull been this year?
They put 7. They hung 7 on the Galaxy a couple weeks ago.
They're absolutely beautiful.
Who doesn't hang 7 on the Galaxy nowadays?
Well,
they lost to NYC in Queens though.
But Red Bulls, they're not having a great season, are they?
They just lost their derby game to NYC.
They're having about the same season we are in terms of points and stats, I guess. But like, I don't know, Red Bulls aren't that special. I mean, and this team for some reason is showing up away. I don't know what to say.
It depends. Is Musa healthy?
I'm sure that's big. Yeah.
I mean, Lucho will be there
because Lucho will play because he's not going to play Seattle.
He's play on the weekend. Yeah.
Lucho should probably play the full 90.
I'm more excited about this game than I am the Seattle game.
Well, you know, Seattle's our boogeyman. Anybody that wears green in this fucking league is our absolute boogeyman. So if you want to beat FC Dallas, wear orange or green. Those are your options.
I mean, I can't say that mainly because Austin can't do shit.
So you're saying Ireland's going to come to town and kick our ass?
Fair enough. No, but the Red Bulls, I mean, solid. The Red Bulls in Philly are actually turning into what we used to be. A lot of academy kids are coming up the ranks there.
Well, Jack McGlynn came out of that academy.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about our academy. I think I made the joke that like Pepe is the last run of our academy. You know, everything has an end, right? You can't be an engine forever. And I think once they ended the territorial rights for academies, because there was a time, if you're new here, there was a time that if you lived in a region, the only way for you to get into MLS is if you came through a certain MLS club. So,
well, our region's
I don't
gotten
think
a lot
that's
smaller.
Correct though.
Too,
I think
right?
you can be an engine for decades and decades, and teams like Ajax have proved that.
Yeah, but Ajax has...
I think that in our setup in the academy, if you're looking at the kids we have coming up, this academy is far from done. And if it's not the top academy, it's still top 5.
When I say top, I mean like pipeline. Here's the thing. I actually think
I still think it is. Yeah.
I think North Texas is doing the opposite is doing the opposite of what they intended.
Agreed.
They thought North Texas would stop the Weston McKinneys and the Tanner Tasmans of the world of leaving, because they were like, hey, we can't make you professional at 16, but we can do this mid-tier thing. But here's the thing. You're going to pay me $30,000 a year, or I can get a scholarship to go to school for $40,000 a year. Which one of these am I going to take? Right. So
yeah, well, and I think on top of that, when North Texas started, it was USL, and it at least had some real competition against grown-ass men.
Yeah.
I think that's a big difference too. I agree with you completely on North Texas.
Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I'm looking forward to the Mansfield Stadium. That's a good thing all in all. I'm hoping the women's team, they eventually get a women's team and play down there, because I think that would be on balance a good thing. But as far as the next 2 games, I think Red Bull has us. I think I think we're in shambles, to be completely honest with you, to use a term. I think we're in shambles. I think we need a 6. We need the center back. We all know what we need, right?
Yeah.
Now somehow we seem to put it together on the road. Maybe there's more camaraderie when you go together out in enemy territory.
Yeah, trenches kind of thing. Maybe, right? I don't know.
That should also work at home, is what I'm saying.
Wow.
As far as Seattle goes,
it should work against your biggest rival.
Why a 2 p.m. game on Saturday?
It's a weird one.
Is that a nationally televised thing? Is that like ABC or something? I don't know. That's the
let me see. Fox game of the week, maybe.
Yeah, that's the only way it makes sense, is if we're doing it 2:00. So,
which would be noon Pacific,
noon Eastern. Yeah.
Yeah. Noon Pacific.
Noon Pacific.
Is it 2 Eastern?
2 Eastern, noon Pacific.
No. It's 2 Central.
2 Central. I forget where I am sometimes.
Yeah. I was no.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Central, noon Eastern on Saturday in Seattle. Or
my FOTMOB app says MLS season pass, and that's it. It could be wrong.
Unless they have the stadium out there booked for something else or something. I don't know why that game is so early in the day. Yeah, it's strange.
Well, I don't know.
Seattle have a long road trip coming up next week or something.
Well, we do.
I mean, yeah, we have 3 road games in a row this week,
so I don't know.
Well, if you're we're Wednesday, Sunday. We're Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday. This
cross country too.
Yeah. New York, Seattle, Cincinnati.
Did you hear that? Dennis just said that the Red Bulls are in New York. Mark it.
Yeah.
Mark
it. Send it back to all his friends. Send it all to his friends. Like, hey. This guy doesn't know where Harris is. He's never allowed to come back. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we put up a fight against Red Bulls. I think they definitely have the quality to beat us, even with some of their academy people like we were talking about. I think the Wednesday game will be better than the Saturday game. I think Seattle will do Seattle things, and even if it's a close game, they'll find a way to rip our hearts out. So,
Jesus Ferreira 3-goal game.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
As long as it doesn't happen at home.
Revenge game, same way Julio scored against Salt Lake. I think Jesus will definitely want to prove a point. Like,
look for me, the fact that he wasn't able to do it the first time.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I'll take
that was the game I was worried about.
Yeah,
you could score on me after that. I don't care.
Although, hold on, quick second. Shout out to the Dallas Stars. Awesome. Shout out to the New York Yanks. Sorry, not Yanks. New York Knicks in 5.
Yeah, you can't say shout out to the Yanks. The Rangers are playing them this week.
That's a fact. So yeah, Knicks in 5 because Madison Square Garden still my favorite venue. I'm gonna ISO now.
Turn this into a Knicks podcast because I'm okay with that too.
No, we're not.
Bro, I can't even talk about the Mavs. Come on.
Yeah, so we're ISO here. Well, conspiracy theory: trade your best player, get the number 1 pick. That's a coincidence. Anyways, ISO here for 60 seconds. For Dennis to go off on how Newark is a death trap. Go.
How Newark is a death trap? You mean the airport or the city?
The airport. The airport. The city's gentrification now, so that's different. But airport.
Although I will say I love the area right around Harrison and Newark, especially downtown Newark over there by the stadium. Excellent dinosaur barbecue. Obviously not Texas barbecue, but good barbecue nonetheless.
Smoked meats or smoked meats, man.
Smoked meats or smoked meats, and they do some great soul food over there too. So check out Dinosaur Barbecue if you're over that way. Food is excellent. There's a ton of great places to eat. Newark Airport, though, I don't know what the hell's going on out there, but it has gotten extremely dangerous. It is not safe for anybody right now. So shout out our air traffic controllers who are doing the Lord's work. But my goodness, take care of government. United States government, please take care of these people at some point. Something needs to give here. FAA, something needs to give here.
Upside, 2 other airports, LaGuardia and JFK, are options if you're flying that direction.
Well, it's crazy because LaGuardia used to be a dump, right? LaGuardia used to be an absolute shithole of an airport, like third world country level bad airport. And they've spent the last 10 years and countless millions and trillions of dollars rehabbing that airport. And I flew in there end of last year into LaGuardia, and it is a pleasure. It is easy to get in and out of. Excellent food and drink options, ton of space, and they've really improved it. So shout out to LaGuardia Airport.
Yes, and the
Queens in the building.
Queens all day, every day. Shout out to Nas, my favorite. You know what it is. Queens
I'm anti-royalty. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my god. Fair enough.
Just saying, we're so desperate to not talk about FC Dallas that this is where we are right now.
No, it's to be honest. We
blood, sweat, and tears today.
Fair enough. So let's switch to Trinity, who seem to be blowing it. They're now
nothing's happened.
Nothing's happened since last time we spoke.
No.
There's another match coming up this weekend, so that does make for an interesting Saturday afternoon. So if you're gonna join us over at Community for the 2 p.m. game, FC Dallas in Seattle, that's at 2 p.m. here. Might have a little bit of a break in between, but then you can stick around for the 6:30 Trinity watch party going on later that evening. So it could be a very, very long day of boozing it up with the Guardians.
Hey, it's a big game for the Trinity, bigger than FC Dallas's. So
yeah. Yeah, big game. They're 6 points. Well, obviously 6 points out of first. They're first and second have clinched. Now they are now fighting for. We went from fighting for first to fighting for a playoff spot.
I mean, we could still get home field.
No,
nope.
No, if 1 and 2 are clinched.
Tampa has played one more game than us, and they're only 3 points ahead of us in second place.
I think goal. Oh no, goal difference is the same. You're right.
It doesn't matter. We could still get more points than them.
Yeah, I saw that they were home field.
2 games left, and they only have 3 more points than us.
Oh yeah,
and they've played one more than us.
So yeah, Tampa has clinched, but that means the lowest they can go is 4th. So they've clinched for the playoff.
So that I must have misread it. I thought it said
we haven't clinched playoffs, but we can still get home.
Okay.
Although again, shout out to the ladies. They beat Brooklyn so bad they went from first to basically out of the playoff. Right. That's how you know you put a proper ass whooping, right?
I hate to say it, but Brooklyn can still make playoffs.
Yeah.
This league has been crazy, man.
That's what happens when you get a small league like that. There's at least one more team confirmed for next year, potentially two. Jacksonville's coming into the league.
As far as I'm aware, there's no talks.
It's just Jacksonville. Yeah, it's too late. There
was never a plan for more than one team.
I know. Year. I think I confused that because the men's league start in March, and both leagues are getting minimum of 4 teams, championship and USL 1. So that's going to be pretty awesome.
One of those is also in New Jersey, I believe, right? Patterson got a team.
Yes, Patterson just renovated a old Negro League baseball stadium.
Which is awesome. I don't know. I didn't know that.
Funny enough, I don't know how it was a Negro League baseball stadium because it's a U shape. It's a horseshoe shape. I'm like, how do you put a baseball stadium in a horseshoe?
I don't know. Wasn't Providence Park kind of horseshoe-ish as well?
Polo Grounds is a horseshoe.
I don't know that.
It's weird. It's a beautiful lot though. But they really just got awarded. Corpus Christi just got theirs. USL again. That episode. You know what? We need to record that next week. So
let's do it. Yeah, let's get it done.
We'll bring Parrish in, and I got a couple of feelers out to see if we can get an interview. But
very cool.
So, but no, it's pretty awesome. And I hope the ladies get a playoff. I think playoff soccer at the Cotton Bowl would be pretty fucking awesome.
It would feel pretty great, man. We got a TIFO we're unrolling out for that game on the 31st as well. So come out and help us hold it. Should be fun.
Well, we are. Dennis won't be here. He'll be flying into Newark, hopefully.
No, I will
get him lost in the Bermuda Triangle that is New Jersey.
I'll be gone this weekend, so I won't be here for this watch party. But I will be back around for the 31st. I will likely be at the Trinity game as well that week, though.
Let's also talk about other Dallas area soccer kicking off.
Texoma getting their first win finally.
Yeah, 2-0
against Omaha. Union Omaha.
Omaha's had a horrible year. I don't know what's up with the defending champions for both leagues have not been great.
Yeah, it's been a little weird.
Yeah, Colorado Switchbacks are mid-table right now after not playing very well, and Omaha I think is near the bottom. So I guess that's the overhang, right? When you're a development league, kind of is like most of your best players are going to leave if they're good enough to move up a level, and then
certainly tough.
So
at the same time, I would take 2 or 3 losing seasons if I could win a cup.
Fair enough.
I'll be honest.
For FC Dallas, for sure.
I would take a few losing seasons.
I
feel that way about the Rangers. I'm like, they're not phenomenal, but hey, we won a World Series recently, so I'm good.
Fair enough. I mean, it's kind of like Tampa Bay with Brady. It's like they're probably never going to win again. They won with Warren Sapp in the early 2000s.
They're all right with it.
They're like, we don't care. Yeah. We got a good run. But yeah, Texoma. Go ahead.
McKinney kicking off.
Yes.
Or they kicked off Saturday, right? No, they kick off
this week.
They kick off Wednesday.
Yep.
Denton kicked off on Saturday.
Yes, that is correct.
Got it. Yeah, Denton kicked off on Saturday against Little Rock. I believe they lost 2-0. I can't find highlights or anything for that game, which I guess isn't shocking. They're not that big of names. And then McKinney plays on Wednesday. Do they play Denton on Wednesday?
I have not seen the schedule there. I'll be honest with you. I haven't been following.
Oh, hold on. I actually have this saved for me to look.
Yeah, USL.
No, sorry. I got my stuff twisted. Okay. Okay. McKinney's first game is this Wednesday, which is the 21st, against Little Rock. And then on Saturday, they play the Denton Diablos. So we're going to have a local game on Saturday between 2 USL 2 teams. Could be fun. I believe that McKinney will have a watch party for that Wednesday game at the Kilt.
That's exactly where that's going to be, which is a great little spot there. It's 2 stories, right?
Yeah.
It's 2 stories, good food, great beer selection over there. And downtown McKinney is a great little place to kill an afternoon. Check out my buddy's place, Sugar Bacon, over there as well. That's a great little restaurant it's the opposite corner. Yeah, I'm trying to get us some sponsorship, guys. I'm trying to get us some sponsorships.
Yeah. What else we got? The Vaqueros kicked off too, right?
Yeah. USL, all USL 2 starts either last week or this week, so they're all kicking in.
Okay. Harder games to watch, but you can watch them. It's fun to watch some of that. Unfortunately, most of our lower USL, like 2 teams here, are going to be a little bit harder to watch and a little bit less talent depth. But give him a shot. You're going to see some stars.
Hopefully I think McKinney, if he's willing to spring, should be able to televise. I know Denton Diablos used to play at UNT Stadium, and now they play somewhere else. So I don't know if they have the facilities.
The Diablos made the mistake of hiring, who was the guy that used to hang around? Namdar. They made the mistake, and they got caught into hiring Namdar last year, and that didn't help the team. So I'm that's an embarrassing thing to have done. I'm so sorry, Denton. And the thing that gets me with McKinney is I went to Pro Rel, the shop over in McKinney, where the owners own that place, and the guy working the store is one of the players.
That's very cool.
Couldn't decide if that was cool or a little alarming.
No, that's cool, especially for
I landed on cool
cool.
because the guy was really happy to chat. So
it's League 2, it's cool. If it's League 1, maybe we get concerned, but
I think at USL League 2 level, at NPSL, UPSL, all these, we need some consolidation, bro. My brain hurts.
No, it's a lot.
Yeah,
if that's a league that needs some sponsors,
and then NPSL, UPSL, but wait, they're the same. Wait, no, they're not.
No, they're not. It's NPSL. I used to really, really like because they were basically regional, national. So you played in your region. It's like college, basically. You played in your regional, you won that. Then you played super regional, and then the top 2 regions played each other. That worked as far as travel cost goes, because that's when you have the Burrito Boys doing what they do, starting off playing teams in San Francisco and then going where they need to go.
Oh, I used to love that. I used to be part of Supporters Trust for a team called Oakland County FC. Look them up. Great local club north of Detroit. Show them some love if you want. I got bought out of that, unfortunately, but they're still like them.
The purple and white kit, right?
Yep, purple and white. They got oak leaves on the crest. They recently got purchased by a Richard Oder.
Oh, dope. Well, do they have ambitions?
I don't know yet.
I mean, why would a rich guy buy them without?
Well, why would a rich guy buy it? So
yeah, it's like
I do miss the local boys that own it, though. It was fun to know them personally. So
yeah, I actually prefer that than the usual bullshit that happens where I just come in and plant a team next to your team and be like, oh wait, you existed? That's crazy. It's like the MLS thing of doing like, we use Vancouver and Portland and Vancouver and Portland specifically, and be like, look at all this rich history, and then other times we pretend that soccer started in '94. It's like either it existed before you or it started in '94. It can't be both of those things, right? But anyways, our 2 rules here are support local soccer, support local breweries, and to be honest, you have lots of options in DFW. Looking forward to the time where we have at least 3 professional teams in DFW, all on opposite sides of each other.
So I do want to give a quick little shout out to the Atletico Dallas sales and shop team. I put in an order, obviously, when the merch first went on sale, because I have an uncontrolled spending problem when it comes to soccer merch, and I cannot stop myself from buying cool stuff. And they sent me the wrong T-shirt. And so I sent them an email the day I received my stuff, said, hey, you sent me the wrong T-shirt. And within minutes, I got an email from shop.com letting me know that my correct T-shirt, this one right here, was on its way to me, and they overnighted it to me. So shout out to the shop team for doing the right thing and looking by the fans already.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out for all you local sports fans that he says he likes to buy cool things, but he's wearing a Yankees hat. So
yeah. It's because that's the greatest baseball team to ever exist. 27 rings.
Yeah,
bro.
Dallas
27 rings, bro. How you doing? 27.
How many
rings?
In the last 2 decades?
27 rings. 27 of them. 20.
I'm sorry. You realize he's a front runner, right? He's a Lakers fan too. It's like Lakers, Yankees.
No, he's not a Lakers fan.
We were just talking about the Knicks.
You're talking trash way better than I was. Got it.
Yeah. He's a front runner. He's a Lakers fan, a Yankee fan.
Let me go get my Messi jersey.
Loves the Cowboys.
He's a Patriots fan when Brady was there. Whoever's winning is his guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's okay. It's fine.
I am a Knicks and FC Dallas fan. Okay, I've been suffering for a long time.
That's a fair point.
I understand suffering. Okay, I get it. I've been waiting 25 years to see my team in the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay, I know what suffering is.
I've never had a team make the Eastern Conference Finals.
We've never been in the East.
Sir,
you're ruining the story.
Yeah, I was like, we've never been there. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we've been rambling. it's been that kind of a game, and I think anyone who saw it knows that. But
just pull the trigger. Let's go.
Yeah, it'll be better. Next pod, we will have 2 games to talk about, and hopefully at least one of those will be a W. So I want to thank everybody who came out to the tailgate. I want to thank we actually met a pod listener, Hubert, when we went to go take photographs.
Oh, yeah.
One of the security guards would specifically mention, like, "Oh yeah, blood, sweat, and beards," and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't actually believe anyone listened to this," and people keep coming up and telling me they do. So,
there are ones of them.
Yeah, single digits. Even though the numbers are growing, we'll get to double digits.
We have ones of listeners.
Yeah. But we want to thank everybody who listened and came out and.
Yeah, drop some comments on YouTube. Even if you listen on Spotify, hop over to YouTube, leave a couple comments there. Hit us up on socials. If you're interested in joining our Discord, you can actually sign up for membership. We sold some jerseys this weekend too. We're almost out of our standard jerseys too. So if you want one, if you haven't gotten one yet, reach out to us. We've only got a couple of jerseys left. Most sizes are out of stock.
Or go to Community Brewery. They are on the walls in their retail section.
They may have more stock than we do at this point.
Look, I'm going to give my closing statements here because we got to end this thing. Watch the Open Cup this week. There's
a
handful of games on Wednesday.
The MLS Open
Cup.
Go
root for the Riverhounds.
Yes.
And go root for Austin and Houston to play 120 minutes and both lose somehow.
root for the rain.
Yeah. Double rain, double red cards. Coach gets dismissed. Something has happened. Anyways, Dennis, go ahead and lead us out.
All right, fellas. You know who we are. You know where to find us at Dallas Guardians on everything. X. You can find us on YouTube. Hopefully you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not, go ahead, like, share, comment, subscribe. Find us everywhere we go. I stepped on Marcus's toes there. I'll give him an option to run that again, but we are everywhere. Come find us. Come find us at the tailgate. We'll be a community for a watch party this coming weekend. At this point, if you don't know who we are, that's on you. That's your fault. But we are the Dallas Beer Guardians. We love football. We love beer. And we'll see you next week. Marcus, hit the line.
Oh, here we go. Like, share, and subscribe.
What the hell is that?
Peace.
Guardians out.